Well, the Acolyte is finally over. Feels like the show was on forever. This was a long one. But there's something about this show that's different than all the other Disney Star Wars that's came out over the past couple of years. And by that I mean that this show finally pushed a lot of people over the edge. A lot of the people that were kind of on the fence with Disney Star Wars, thinking maybe they can turn it around because they had a little bit of hope for The Mandalorian or something, they've admitted that it's over. It's over. And they're done. I think a lot of people have walked away. And that shows when you look at the charts for this show that compare it to other Disney shows. I did a video talking about that. This show is the lowest viewed Disney Star Wars show yet. Though they have to make up funny, goofy statistics to make it sound like a win by calling it the most watched show of 2024. Beat out X-Men 97 for original programming. X-Men 97, as good as that show was to me, I really liked that show. It still had low viewership. And that show was, in my opinion, good. So there is that. So that's how they're trying to spin it. They're trying to say, oh, well, you know, it did good for 2024. If you go and look at the charts, when people go to Disney Plus, they're watching older stuff. They're watching older things. They're not watching this. That's what's kind of funny. Like, people are buying Disney Plus for nostalgia, not the new content that they keep trying to push. But this show has got a lot of people riled up. Mostly the new fan base that's came in for this show, which is like the Twilight crowd, shippers, stuff like that. They're all riled up, attacking people left and right over this show. You should see what they're saying in Star Wars Theory, which we're going to get into. You know, one guy's saying that he wants to destroy him, which is kind of sick. This is just a TV show, dude. Chill out. The Acolyte showrunner Leslie Headland says fans who want a second season should encourage your friends to watch the show. Recommends telling skeptics, don't pay attention to the IMDb score. That's right. Ignore all of those bad reviews. Don't pay any attention to them. Those are not the review scores you're looking for. So I do wonder if this show is going to get a second season. Disney has shown that they have no problem throwing money away. They're A-okay with just pissing away money. So, you know, Andor got a second season, but I think the thing with Andor is it had good word of mouth, and maybe ratings for that show picked up over time. But this show, I don't see that happening. There's nobody outside of some shills and people that like to draw pictures of characters having sex with each other that I've seen give a good score for this show. So listen to some of this. With the disastrous Star Wars series future still uncertain, showrunner Leslie Headland says that online support will be the deciding factor in whether or not The Acolyte receives a second season. She ended up saying, it's a little tricky because of the way that the internet works. But if you enjoyed the show and you want to see more of the story, and any support that you can give the show on social media platforms would be helpful, said Headland. Sending love to the cast, too. You've seen what Hayden Christensen went through. He's getting the love now. But give the love now if you enjoyed the performances. Even if you were kind of like whatever on the show, if you enjoyed the performances, get on the social media, let them know that you love them, or that you support them, or that your performances were great. I've given the show a little bit of praise for I don't know the guy's name, the Squid Games guy, but the guy who played Saul. He gave a really good performance. He was the bright spot of the show, and then he died in a pathetic way. You should have gave that guy his own show. They're like a detective Jedi show. That'd have been kind of cool. But they're not thinking of that. They're thinking of how they can get people to come in and make fan fiction about characters having sex with each other. That's the crowd that they're looking for. I don't know if this show gets a second season. I honestly could see them doing it. And then we can get that Darth Plagueis Palpatine love show that you know that they're going to do. That would take it to a whole new level. But check out some of this. So Star Wars Theory has been quite vocal about this show being shit. And he's getting a lot of hate. Big Star Wars accounts going after him. People telling him that they want him to end himself. well, the quote was, "Oh, let's destroy him." But, it's kind of telling that they go after him. And you know why they're going after him? Because he's got the biggest platform for Star Wars outside of the main Star Wars account. Like, he's number 2. When it comes to Star Wars channels, there's the main one, which doesn't even really have that much more of a platform than he does. I think they only have a couple 100,000 more subscribers. He will probably pass them eventually. He's been quite vocal about how shitty Disney Star Wars is. And because of that, like, he's getting attacked left and right. It's kind of crazy. Look at this. Anyone else feel like Star Wars Theory has just become incredibly bitter and hateful towards Star Wars ever since the whole thing with Pablo Hidalgo? Genuinely hate seeing this dude pop up in my timeline. If he doesn't like it, he can stop watching it. Simple as period. Okay, you can put that there. Hashtag the Acolyte. And then he's sharing this tweet from this dude who says, Star Wars Theory is pissed Darth Plagueis showed up. LMFAO. He's mad because he loves the character and he's being shit on. That's why he's upset. It's funny how people that genuinely love this show, or not the show, but the franchise of Star Wars, who get emotional over it and really passionately care for it, are laughed at and mocked. Like, these are the backbone of your franchise, and it's encouraged by people like Pablo Hidalgo, who's a high up Lucasfilm guy, actively mocks fans left and right for loving the product he works for, which has always been strange and weird to me. Like, what do you want to encourage it? Wouldn't you want people to love this so it grows? It's really strange business moves over there at Lucasfilm. I'll never understand how or why they're doing things that they're doing over there. But, this isn't the only thing. There's more. Look at this one, like sharing things out of context. Star Wars Theory, guys, be respectful, respect others' opinions, and be civil. Also, Star Wars Theory, or maybe the show is just shit, you intolerable shill. I think that's fine, because that's how I see a lot of these creators that are doing that. They're just shills. And then, they deny that, but then you see them all, and it's all the shills at Lucasfilm taking pictures with Leslie Headland and Dave Filoni. Star Wars Theory calls him out, says, you're gonna post the whole thing there and not just crop out the original post, and he shares it. One of the most cowardly things on earth is cropping out context to lie and fit your made-up narrative. I will always respond to you with the same energy and instigate and attack me with. Is this guy, Star Wars Theory, guys, be respectful. This is what he posted. And there's the original thing that he was replying to. Don't let this guy ruin your fun. A few years ago, he would have been creaming his pants and sobbing over that cameo. He's a bitter grifter now who can't show love for Star Wars because his new far-right friends won't like him anymore. If he did, sad. That's not true. That's not true. That's a lie. But, the Luke Skywalker cameo versus that Plagueis cameo are night and day difference. There's a night and day difference. Luke Skywalker had a triumphant return, saved the day, and looked like an overall badass. He looked like the Luke Skywalker that everybody knows and loves. That's why he got so emotional over it. Darth Plagueis got turned into a creepy-looking thing in a cave. There's a big difference between those two. And his first appearance in live action is in a dog shit show. But, these guys don't care. All they care about is whatever Lucasfilm tells them to care about. Here's another one. Star Wars Theory is such a little bitch. Jesus Christ, because he's calling out Wikipedia, a website that was slandering him. But sure, leave that out. Then there's this one. This one was quite funny. Hey, at Real Star Wars Theory, there's this thing called enjoyment where a person finds a movie, show, game, or book that they generally connect with and find joy in. So whether you liked the show or not, don't use this negative behavior towards the people who did enjoy it. And I haven't seen him do that. I see him calling out shills. I don't see him calling out people that like the show. In fact, I've seen him say that if they like the show, that's fine. I've seen him say that multiple times. But look at this guy. Excellent. Let's destroy him. Good. Everything's going as planned. Let's destroy him? For what? Because he doesn't like a show you like? This is unhinged. But this is the fan base that Disney Star Wars wants. They want this. They want this kind of fan base. So he ends it with this statement, which you can pause and read if you want. But, you know, he just explains he's a diehard fan who knows his shit, and he has standards. And I got to say, Disney Star Wars fans don't seem to have much standards. They don't seem to have any standards. All they care about is seeing weird shit, like doing not just weird shit, weird fan fiction, and what characters this or that sexual, and shipping them. They obviously don't care about the quality of the product, because Acolyte isn't just the worst Star Wars show. It's one of the worst shows I've ever seen in general. Oh, by the way, Mark Hamill's on another one, doing it again after he got called out. There was a prayer at yesterday's RNC, and Trump closed his eyes for it. But Mark says he's sleeping again. This is after Gina Carano absolutely wrecked his ass. He's back at it again. Apparently, this is a Biden win. Man, Mark, you really make me not like Luke Skywalker anymore. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.